One of the questions we get asked all the time as anesthesia students is, how do you study? Now, this is something that's I'm going to tell you now, it's going to flex, it's going to change, it's going to be different every single semester because a teacher is going to be different, the presentation, the materials are going to be different. So here are kind of the steps that I've taken the last couple of semesters and how I've incorporated AI into my studies to get me straight A's the past 3 semesters. So first, I typically try to prime, right? So it's good to look at the material at least once, again, that's called priming, before you go to class, even if it's just a skim through the PowerPoint, just looking at it so that you see it, and when you go into class, it's not the first time. Next, when I go into class, I really like to listen, right? I don't like to take a whole lot of notes while I'm in class. I would maybe take some notes on things or, if I had any questions, whatever, but I would really just try to soak in whatever additional information and really listen to the material for that first time. The next thing I would do is after class, I would take the notes, the PowerPoints, and I would actually go through and I would reformat them while I was looking at them. So that is like my first real, initial review by myself of those notes, right? After I looked at them, and reformatted, if I had anything that I needed more information on or anything like that, then I would then pull from either the textbook, I would have ChatGPT expand upon something, whatever I could do to make sure that the topics were clear to me. Then I would turn that into a PDF, so that Word document, turn it into a PDF, and then I would upload it to Notebook LM. So if you're not familiar with Notebook LM, it's another AI service separate from ChatGPT. It is through Google, and with Notebook LM, you can do a couple things. You can upload your PDFs to it, and you can make mind maps. You can help make different types of notes and pull out specific items. But what I also really like is that you can actually upload it and it will make a podcast of 2 individuals discussing your notes.
Your situation.
Right.
The source is very clear. Subcutaneous or intravenous beta agonist therapy should only be considered rescue.
Got it. And presumably they have the same potential side effects as the inhaled ones, maybe even more pronounced.
Exactly. Often to a greater degree because you get higher levels in the blood.
Makes sense. Okay, let's move on to the next big class, anticholinergic agents.
Right. Inhaled anticholinergics are a major tool, especially for treating obstructive airway diseases like COPD.
So it's really cool and it's kind of creepy at the same time. I mean, the first time I did it, I'm like, how the hell? But like I said, it's cool. It's nice for passive listening. I really like to do it before exams. I will go in, as I'm driving into class, I will listen to the Notebook LM recording and I will, remember things. I remember that, the answer was ACT, not PTT, because I remember hearing that one trigger word from that one podcast recording. From there, I will go back with chat and I'll say, hey, I need you to pull out all of the numerical information. It'll just give me a list of everything numerical. Give me all the pathways. So if you have these medications and you're learning about couple protein receptors and second messengers and how different things act and how calcium depolarizes and does this, blah, 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 then sometimes it's nice to just see those pathways. Outside of AI, you also have your classmates. Use their stuff. If they have notes already, sometimes you can just build on that. Save yourself time. I don't make flashcards. I couldn't get with Anki, and I'm fine with Quizlet. I've been rocking with Quizlet since nursing school. However, I don't always have the time to go through myself through Quizlet. So if I can use her Quizlets, then I do that. So between AI, leaning on my classmates, and grit, get it done. Last thing, after I've done all of that, right, I will upload my notes to chat. And it's probably the most important thing. And I do practice questions. You can ask ChatGPT to do CRNA level questions. You can ask it to do application-based questions. Select all that apply, multiple choice, true, false, however you want to do. And I will do as many questions as I can, But I will have it make my questions so that it pulls directly from my notes only. And if it veers off and tries to pull anything from the internet, I always say you should know your notes well enough that if it is incorrect, that you know to tell it to get back on track. At that point where you're doing practice questions, it shouldn't be brand new information. There should be stuff that you already know well enough that, again, you can say, hey, that's not in my notes. And that's how you know that, hey, you're in a good spot. You're reinforcing these things with practice questions. But again, you're not using it solely as a tool to learn and just missing questions just to miss questions. From there, I take the test and I get an A. That's about it.